Hello YouTube! Today is the first Tuesday of the month, and that means it's time for account reviews. If you want an opportunity to take part in this, all you have to do is join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP when we go live on the first Tuesday of the month at 10 PM GMT and submit your account by using the instructions in chat. You don't have to be a subscriber, you don't have to be a patron, all you need to do is show up, like the people we're going to take a look today at have done. Now, the first account belongs to an individual called MKxJUMP, and MKxJUMP is a player who, by the looks of things, kind of knows what they're doing, but has made one tiny weeny mistake, which could actually be pretty detrimental to their progress, and is a little thing that people sometimes do when making a new or early game account. In fact, a lot of the accounts we're looking at today are generally early game players who may have only done one or two little mistakes, but they do add up. So today is hopefully a video that you can learn a little bit from as we go and look at some of these accounts and realize that actually some small mistakes can be easily fixed or may not hurt you in the long term. Either way, let's hop in. First of all, let's look at the heroes. We have E5 Tix, E5 Garuda, Dr. Webby. Happy Tuesday to you too. We've got a 10-star Ithaca, E1 Eloise, and a 10-star Emily. Now, a lot of you who have been here before, who know how these things work, will know that a 10-star Ithaca and an E1 Eloise is weird. Very strange. We're building two heroes at the same time. But what I think has happened here is very simple. Look at the Eloise. There's no other copies, and we've been given a ton of copies recently. Look at the Ithaca. There's one extra copy, none others in the bag. We go to the bag itself, look at the chests. We have but one 5-star hero selection chest. Also, there's a 9-star puppet selection chest. So basically, we could, if we wanted, E3 Eloise right now. Feed 10-star Emily to the Eloise, use the 9-star that's already in the bag, use this chest to pull out an Eloise copy. There you go, E3 Eloise. But look at the levels. We don't have a lot of golden spirit. Why? Because we went ahead and leveled up the Ithaca, because originally, I bet you, absolutely bet you, we were trying to go ahead and level up Ithaca. Heck, she's got a stone there. That's HP, level 3 agate. That's not a problem. But what I think's happened here is you chickened out. You bottled it. You committed to building Ithaca before you had enough copies, and then you got given Eloise's. And that is the exact reason why I always suggest it's best to build E5s when they're your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, when you have 9 copies of them. Because if you don't have maybe 8 or 9 copies, you could get to a point where Ithaca, there she stands, we don't have enough copies, we can't keep going with her, and then boom, here's Eloise. You get all the copies, which you have done recently because they've given a lot of her away, and you think, dang it, maybe I should just build Eloise instead, she's really good. So you start doing that, and now you're stretched thin across both. Is this going to hurt your account in the long term? Not really, right? Eloise and Ithaca are both fantastic. Building them both eventually is going to be fine. I think you're going to be okay. But what you do need to do now, MKxJUMP, is just decide, right? Take a pick. Pick which one you go for. You said the actual story is worse, MKxJUMP? What happened? Share with us in chat. What was the thing that happened with this? Let's look at the Emily, right? This is great. 10-star Emily, fantastic hero to build as 10-star, to use as 10-star food. Mainly because she has so many good abilities that you don't need to level her up to get. Look at that. 30 extra speed, 20% extra attack. While she's below 50% HP, you're going to get an extra 29% attack and reduce the armor of your opponents. She's a really, really strong hero. Lovely hero to have on your team. And you don't need to level her up for her to be good. And then when we finally need her, we use her as food. And wait a minute, MKxJUMP said you decided to build Eloise, and you know you can get more copies from Prophet Orb event. So I was building food beforehand, just because, you know, you want to use them to use later. And you built the Ithaca and Emily as food. Oh, okay, so MKxJUMP was actually following our advice here, which is to normally build 10-star heroes and 9-star heroes in preparation for another E5, and then when you've decided, off you go. But instead, you built a 10-star Ithaca to use as food. Now, you know what, MKxJUMP? I'm going to tell you something a little bit weird. Using Ithaca as food if that's something you're prepared to commit to, is actually okay. If you genuinely know for a fact you're not going to build Ithaca on your account, that's fine. But that's a big decision. You are making a very strong decision for the account early. But what isn't okay is that you upgraded her level. And you've just said in chat what happened. You clicked the wrong hero. You meant to click Eloise. You weren't thinking. You pressed the thumb level up button. You then pressed quick upgrade. You did it. And then suddenly you were like, oh, what have I done? I just quick upgraded Ithaca. That is a nightmare. That is an absolute nightmare. Because if that was your plan, if you were going to use Ithaca as food, because you just happened to have 5 copies of her and you knew you were never going to build her, everything you've done to this point is great. E5 ticks. After your E5 Garuda, lovely. You were like, great, now I need someone with a bit of sustain. And Eloise would have been a perfect hero to bring in. And you've just wasted a ton of golden spirit by upgrading Ithaca. And I feel for you, man. So hopefully this goes to show you guys that mistakes happen, right? Even players that look like they know what they're doing. Like, we've got a lot of food here. This account's well established. It's tidy. It's clean. There's no other mistakes that I can pinpoint if that was genuinely your decision. And there you go. See, I made the assumption by looking at this Ithaca that you originally decided to build it. But that is actually, you are right, HGG, even more horrifying. Because an accidental quick upgrade isn't even you not knowing how to play the game or making a mistake. It is just a simple misclick. And it happens to the best of us. And you know what, VIP 3, I think you'll recover from this. In fact, you know what? Maybe you could decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to stick with Ithaca. Or maybe not. Maybe just cut your losses, go ahead and feed her, and just move forward. Either way, it's been lovely checking out your account. Let's have a look at other things whilst we're going around here. Let's see if we can find any other mistakes or things that we can point you in the right direction with. Let's go to the guild. Lovely guild. I love to see it. Load of cool people. Look, there's some MKx's here. I like that. All part of the community that have all joined together. That's really, really cool. And it's the MKx community. I like that. I didn't know there was one. This is really cool. Was this one I made? And it's just carried on over? That's dope. And there's the guild tech. Your guild tech, you've got warrior here for Garuda. Love to see it. Mage is coming in for your ticks. I like that. Very nearly finished there with mage mind. Okay, okay. And then we go take a look. I guess assassin you've not done anything with. Priest and ranger. Yeah. No, this is perfect. Everything you're doing is great. Let's look at your seal land. How's that coming along? Are we doing well here? Hopefully. I mean, forest is level 10, I assume, with the Garuda. And 11 there. Tix being able to get to level 11 isn't that bad. Let's go take a look at how this Tix is built. He isn't right now, so I assume you've taken your stuff off. But we've got a Punisher of Immortal there. Do we have armor for Tix? Yes, we do. And it's all attuned to him. That's absolutely fantastic. Crit attack stone. And potentially you could get an attack holy damage stone here too if you wanted. But no, that's really nice. A high damage critting Tix is lovely. In fact, if you wanted to run for PvP, a magic source, and then put the Punisher of Immortal on Garuda, that works as well. Nice way of running a high damage Garuda with a bursty Tix. In fact, that's probably what I would do. Get that early active skill. And that's really nice to go ahead and do that and pop off. But obviously for things like Aspen Dungeon, you'll want to use the Punisher. And maybe you can pick up another Punisher. So yeah, it's really well built. Great. Love to see that you've made it to 3, 4, 5. In Aspen Dungeon, Tix is going to get you higher there. Can't fault it. Your account looks fantastic. It is just a shame about using the Ithaca and leveling her up instead of Eloise. Galactic Tree. Okay, look in here. We have Spirit of Freedom. We've got Spirit of Splendor. So he's the best one you have right now. So let's upgrade him if we can. And you have the Spirit of Nature too. She gives HP. She's very good. And we're currently working on an egg right now. This is upgraded. You can take this higher if you want to. I'll let you click that. That is satisfying to do. So I'm not going to steal that from you. Void Arc ticking over nicely. Doing what you can in the navigation compass. Let's zoom out and see how we're looking. Yeah, things are going well here. You're putting in the heroes you have. The only thing is you don't have many heroes. So maybe you want to build someone to 6-star to help you in the Void Arc. Maybe not. I guess it's not going to push you too high. You're not going to get into like the really top things on the leaderboard. And you got the Void Vortex here. Your Pioneer 6. Maybe you can push a little bit higher. I probably doubt it, though. Your team isn't super duper strong. But once you get Eloise in here, you will be able to push a lot harder. She's fantastic at those kind of things. And she will hopefully help push your account in a good direction. And Tix plus Eloise, maybe even go ahead and build Ithaca keep her around because Ithaqua's a tenant for Eloise. So one thing you could do is actually turn this mistake into a good thing and actually build the Eloise, make her Void 4, use her as a homeowner, and put in Tix and Ithaqua as tenants. That could work too. And let's check the tower. Where are we up to? Okay, 607. That's a mim wave. Best way to deal with this is going to be to use those magic sources you have and use the Tix thing. But you only have 2. You've got 3 magic sources. Any others? Okay, 3 magic sources might not be enough. We might need more energy artifacts. But there may be a way through this. And you don't know what a tenant is? Okay, go check out some stuff to do with the Celestial Island Cloud mode. On the VIP series, we talk about that kind of stuff with our Void 4 Sword Flash. When we build Sherlock and we build other heroes that can basically provide more power to that hero. So when you have a Void 4 hero, you can give them other heroes to act as assistants to make them stronger. And for Eloise, Ithaqua and Tix both function that way. So maybe, it's just maybe good that we've checked out your account here, because Ithaqua could pave the way as a tenant for your Eloise. You might actually want to keep her around. Something worth considering. I'll leave that with you though. Let's finish by checking the pet chat. You're right. Let's see if there's anything wrong here. No, absolutely fantastic. You might want to level this up, but it is expensive, right? How are we doing on the runes? Oh, great. You went with HP. You did a little bit in speed for some reason, but that's fine. Let's finish attack. And then maybe don't do speed for a while if you're worried about how much it's going to cost you in gold. It might be worth just finishing off attack. At some point, you will want to totally finish the thing for the Glory Challenge rewards, but there's no pressure to do that. But yeah. All in all, I think the account's fine. I think this is good. And maybe leave 10-star Ithaqua around and use her as a tenant for Eloise when you finally do get her to Void 4. Because that will help the power of your account. And Ithaqua is a good hero. So maybe just embrace it, right? Because I know there's a lot of people who, when they play Idle Heroes, their approach for the early game is actually to go ahead and push one faction. Because they're aware that the further you can get in Sealand, the more rewards you get. And because Sealand 21 Plus exists, actually focusing heavily into one Sealand that early can be super beneficial. So maybe that's something you want to consider. I know I talk about building the rainbow in the Glory Challenge, trying to get all your E5s down here, but that's only one way to play the game. Actually building a bunch of heroes in the same faction is a totally legitimate and good early game strategy. So HGG, maybe that's something you want to do too. What artifact should I get from the event? It depends what you want. The problem is the chest gives the new artifact. So I would get the new artifact because you'll never be able to get the other artifact, that new artifact again. Because very few chests are going to offer the melodic strings. That said, for progression, maybe getting a glittery Punisher could help. And then, of course, there's the option of getting yourself a golden crown. And should this chest be open for anything other than melodic strings? I mean, it can do. All of these things are good, right? Because eventually, this will start appearing in chests. So, crown is still really good. I think that's going to help you. Crown will go really nicely on Eloise. Even an E3 Eloise with crown plus that Tix, I think you should be able to do Shadow Sealand. And this is a very late game artifact. It is, yeah. So yeah, I think your options would be another Punisher to get a glittery one. Another crown, well, so that you can have a crown in the first place. Or maybe just save it for melodic strings because you'll never be able to get this from a chest for quite some time. But I think that's more like whale thinking. Right, if you're a spender and you pick up chests quite a lot, then obviously the fact this has melodic strings is of more value. But because you're a free-to-play player or a budget player at VIP 3, Crown is probably the one I would go for. Or upgrade the Punisher so that you can do things like Aspen Dungeon. That said, all you need is sometimes just a Kiss of Ghost for Aspen Dungeon. How are you doing for Glorious Relics? Okay, Relics are coming in as well. So yeah, I'd say maybe try and get yourself a Crown and a Punisher. They're two really good artifacts. And then at that point, eventually, you want to start thinking about Augustus Magic Ball, Demon Bells. But that's ages away, dude. That's super ages away. So hopefully that's been insightful for you, HGG. It's been an absolute pleasure to look at your account. And it's not as bad as you think it is. It's actually perfectly fine. And you have options here. Maybe go ahead, feed the Ithaqua. Maybe keep her around. It's entirely up to you. Tix and Eloise can beat CLN 20? Yeah, they can. Yeah. Absolutely. Keep up to date. Make sure to catch the stuff again. Let me know how it's going. Let me know when you E5 this Eloise, and good luck. And try not to waste your spirit and gold again, because on an account like this, which is fairly budget, it's quite a painful thing to do. Either way, let's check out the next account. So, chat, next up we have madmanmoly. Now, today we're going to find out if they live up to their name. Are they a madman? Are they really called Moly? Well, all I know is this is going to be a VIP 4 account. So let's just get straight in here and see what's in store. First things first, the gold. Oh my. 69.6k. That's a funny number. And 579 gems. What happened, dude? What happened? Where did it all go? Is it just because it's Chinese New Year and you spent it all? Is that what happened? I hope not. Rogan in the event. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Cool. Let's look at the heroes we have. Garuda. Probably the first hero you ever built. Then an Eloise. Okay, that's good. And then you built Rogan. Bold. Okay, you were like, alright, I need to do Forest Seal Land. Building a Rogan. Honestly, not terrible. But not amazing. I wouldn't have built Rogan as your 35. That's a little keen. We've spoken about this before on chat, that Rogan buffs the entire team. Therefore, the value of Rogan is increased the more good heroes you have. You have 2 good heroes, Garuda and Eloise. So, the value of Rogan is 3. Himself and the 2 other heroes. It's not as optimal as it could be. That said, of course, Rogan plus Garuda, that'll get you your Seal Land Forest completed. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's fine. It's okay. Crit armor break. Sure, that's getting changed. You just don't have any gold left. He has a magic source. Amazing. Let's give out Bloodthirsty. And... oh, yeah, he's not even E5, so he doesn't have Unbending Will. Oh, man. And you know what makes me really sad looking at this account? 10-star Eos, 10-star Fiona, 9-star Carrie, 9-star Ignis, 9-star Delasium, 9-star Tix, 9-star Starlight, 9-star Augusta, 9-star Iceblink, 9-star Aiden. So much food. Look at all these 6 stars, guys, that are also potential 9 stars. Are you building heroes to 9-star without checking that you have 5 copies of them? No, you could totally 10-star Iceblink right now. What's stopping you build? You've even got the Rogan copy right there. Why is Rogan not E5? What's going on? Check the monthly time. Oh, monthly's about to hit. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. You have explained yourself well, my dear. You are waiting for monthly events. That is fine. That is good. The one reason why you shouldn't have a 10-star is because you're waiting for monthlies. No mistakes have been made yet, apart from the fact that you leveled up all of these. Even on the VIP series, right? My Ignis, who is E5, is level 100. Level 100. I didn't even bother leveling her up. Why? Because I need an active skill from her, which she will do before opponents attack, and then she dies. That's all I want. I don't want levels on her. What's health? Waste of time. Balls. Don't need that. Just heal them and die, right? Look, 100% of the max HP. No scaling. Just there you go. Have some health. So, I don't level up Ignis. There's no need. It's a waste of gold and a waste of spirit, in my opinion. Delasium at 9-star, not sure what value this is offering right now. There's no one he synergizes with on your team. A little bit worrying. We have the Tix. Again, a little keen. Was this for like Tower of Oblivion? And hang on a second. Why's he got 6-star armor and Rogan has 5-star armor? That's weird. Sus. We got the Starlight here. Okay, she's got no armor. She will be food, right? I hope you have 2 other copies. Let's see. Yes, you do. That's fine. We got a lot of heroes ready to be made to 10-star. In fact, this account is bubbling. It's brewing. It's ready to pop. Interesting. Interesting. And look at the avatar. Wait, what is it? It's the Eos skin, right? So you spent money. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. People spend money. It's VIP 4. That's okay. And you put the armor on Tix just to try and push Seal Land today? Oh, that's fair. There you go. That's good. He's got answers for everything. I like this. Why did you level up Eos? Was this like a bid to try and beat something? Was it like I'll try light Seal Land, I'll see how far I can go? Is that what happened here? And you got to Seal Land 7? Strange. Right, let's check your artifacts. Oh, no. Oh, wow. What? I mean, it's cool that it gives attack and HP, but okay. Oh, that's good. Golden Crown. Yep, I like that. Thumbs up from me. Magic Source on the Rogan, we've seen that. Invisible. Oh, they... Yabashiri. To get as much attack on Fiona. Someone watched my video where I spoke about these artifacts. And that if you need to boost the attack on people, sometimes these are quite good. In fact, they are quite good. So yeah, nice. Good job. Carry. Magic Source. Fair enough. Anything else? Magic Source. You got a lot of magic sources. But your only artifact is the Golden Crown. Okay, how many relics have we got? 401! Yeah! Woohoo! You can buy one, man. You can buy yourself an artifact. That's nice. That's very nice. Happy days, dude. Oi, oi, indeed. Yeah! Now, what should you go for is probably the question. I'm not sure. Do you wait for melodic strings to be available here? Probably not. Another crown to get a glittery one? Maybe. Unless you want to lean towards Punisher? But then again, who's that going to benefit? You don't have anyone that can enjoy a Punisher here. We're building the Rogan. I don't know who's next for you. It could be another crown. A glittery crown would be much pog. Because there's a lot of known Seal Land clears involving crowns. So that's pretty good. I like that. I like that indeed. This makes me happy. You know what doesn't make me happy? Like all these 6 stars. All these 6 stars does not make me happy. I'm baffled. I assume you were like, I need to do monthlies. Let's do monthlies. But, like, it gets to a point where when you build 6-star heroes, you need to have some 5-star heroes left over to build the heroes to 9-star, right? So looking at this, I see 3 of these guys as a 9-star hero, and then these guys with the food necessary to get them higher. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You definitely could have more 9 stars here. I'm confused. Like, we also have a lot of 5 stars left over. There's a lot of food on this account. It's funny, you've said to me, I don't feel like I've made as much progress as I could have done. I think you have. You're just playing a really weird game of 2048, where you're like, I'm just gonna get to 1024. Now, people that understand that metaphor, great. If you don't understand the metaphor, it's the game right there on the side of the screen. You've either played it or you haven't. It's how Idle Heroes works. Things get mushed together and you make things. You're kind of going halfway. You're making things and then you're not compressing. We need more compression. But, I mean, just look at all this. Look, there's so many 9 stars, dude. I think the thing is, we might have a little bit of a scaredy cat with madmanmoly. I think he's a little bit too scared of never being able to complete monthly events, where he actually completes the monthly event at the start of the event. Like, he builds the 9-star and 10-star straight away, and he completes all of that stuff. And then he spends the rest of the month doing the 6 stars, but then he's sat with all these 6 stars, never building, because he's terrified that he won't be able to do the monthly events. Hopefully you realize, hang on a second, I have more food than I need monthly events to complete. So it's okay to build a 10-star. In fact, I've never stressed about completing the monthly events because it just happens. Just by playing the game, you should hopefully build enough 9, 10, 6, and 5 stars to complete the monthly events. So, yeah, don't be a little sissy. Stop being a sissy and build your heroes, man. Obviously, wait for monthly this time round. But actually, you know, building your 10 stars and actually getting on with life is going to give you more progress than halting your progress because you're saving for monthlies. Think of all the additional Void Arc progress and all the additional heroes you could have had by building the stuff, right? It's hard to find the right balance. It's really hard to find the right balance. But trust me, just go and go and go. And if it's getting to the last maybe 2 weeks and you've not done your monthlies, then you get worried. But trust me, if you're like 3 weeks into the month and it's all done and ticked off, you don't need to start stressing. You know, final 10 days and you're nowhere near building all the 10 stars you need. Then you need to start worrying. But looking at this, you're fine, man. And obviously you've pulled out all your 5 stars here. I assume that was for the Chinese New Year, summon X amount of 5-star thing. But look, he's even saving his 4 stars here for fusioning. because I assume you want to fuse some 5 stars with those, and that's fine too. In fact, this bag is quite tidy. Let's have a look at your big bag. What's in here? Let's have a look. Okay, that's tidy too. You're saving these, obviously. That's all good. I like this. Your artifacts are... oh, you got yourself an Orb of Annihilation. That's cool. You got a lot of artifacts sitting around. So yeah, when you need the Ormus Dust, you can totally go ahead and get this. So that's fine. Yeah, that's good. You got a lot of artifacts, a lot of food there. Yeah, I do not have anything bad to say about this, apart from you're just halting your progress by being a silly sausage and not finishing the heroes you're building. Just get them to 10 star. And what's so special about CLN 20? Having a CLN 20 beaten unlocks CLN 21 plus when you can start getting additional rewards like Celestial Island. Also, by getting a CLN 20 beaten, it gets you a little fancy thing in the Void Temple that's like, congratulations, and you get increased damage against a particular type of opponent by 30% in the Gate of the Void. So you just deal more damage in the Void, so it's pretty good. And Venox says he can relate. Hoarding things. Yeah, this is how hoarders are born, right? You get scared of losing out on your progress, and then you just start hoarding and hoarding and hoarding. So hopefully, madmanmoly, we have saved you from becoming a hero hoarder, and you should feel free to build 9 and 10 stars as you wish, because actually, this looks painful for progress, because by turning 5 stars into 6 stars, you're stopping yourself from having the necessary 5-star food to advance a hero to 9-star, because you need a lot of fodder. You need 4 of them to get to 7-star. You need another 3 and a 6-star to go ahead and get to 8-star, and then it keeps getting on and on and on like that. And then you need that again for more 6 stars and more 9 stars and all the other journeys you have to take. So by compressing loads into 6 stars can potentially slow you down. Also, you might be losing food by feeding away heroes that could have potentially been used as a 5 copies, right? And 5 copies means a 10-star hero. So just be careful about that. Now, obviously, your account does have a lot of hero copies. I'm not worried about that at all. We've got 3 Bades, 4 Lutzes, a load of Karmas. You're fine. But just be aware not to shoot yourself in the foot. So, yeah, that goes for you guys at home as well. When you're going in and doing this kind of stuff, do not be afraid to do things even if monthly events are maxed out. You can still make progress. It's fine. When monthly events reset, you then have an entire month to complete them. And that's okay, because you probably will. It's not early game anymore where you're going to panic and struggle to do it. It's all going to happen. You'll be okay. It's fine. Now, there you go. madmanmoly, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully that's been insightful, and hopefully you make some good progress as we move forwards. Loving your E3 Eloise. I hope she's really strong for you. Maybe you might want to get yourself another crown, so you've got a glittery. That's going to be really strong. HP block, nice stone there. You've got HP attack, holy damage as well. That's lovely. Young Stump, thank you for the prime. Absolutely beautiful. And you want me to check your guild as the final thing? Look at that. It's Lake. You're the leader. People have been online. This looks clean, man. This looks clean. You got some rules there as well. I like that. Rules are good. Your guild tech, clean. We got warrior here. Rangers looking good. Mage isn't really done, but that's fine. The main thing you need is warrior and ranger for your heroes, your Garuda and your Eloise. So that's good. Maybe at some point Assassin's going to come in for Rogan, but that'll take time. I think the one thing is just your gold, man. That's not a lot of gold. It's kind of sad. And, yeah, so whatever you're doing to spend your gold, stop doing it. Because we don't have any. And that's worrying. Either way, guys, it's been a pleasure. And, hopefully you found this insightful. If you want to catch more stuff like this, be sure to join us on Twitch. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy idling.